In the 191st episode of TVN's U Quiz on the Block, hereafter referred to as U Quiz, which aired on April 26, singer Taeyang indirectly mentioned the members' gossip. On this day, Taeyang revealed for the first time on the air that the reason why he entered the entertainment industry was the IMF foreign exchange crisis. Taeyang said, "I was in my second year of elementary school, but as you know, the foreign exchange crisis hit. The company my father worked for disappeared and my parents started to work together. Naturally, I was entrusted to my aunt's house, and suddenly I saw how my family was struggling because of their economic situation, even at a young age. It was hard," he recalled. At the time, Taeyang said, "No matter how much I thought about it, I didn't really think I would succeed through my studies." After appearing in Jinyosun's music video as a child actor, Taeyang, who spent 6 years as a trainee from the age of 13 to 19, was mentioned by GD, a close friend with whom he had shared joys and sorrows. "Like other kids my age, I don't have many memories of my school days. I should have come to the practice room right after school. When I think of my childhood, I only remember hanging out with Ji-young all the time." He continued, "At that time, we didn't have a practice system like we do now. When we went to the practice room, we saw the Hyungs practicing. While watching, we had to do errands the Hyungs told us to do. In fact, we were waiting. When we ordered meals, we ordered them to come, receive them, set them up, and clean them up." At the time, he made a disapproval for the older brothers, and recalled that they shared a 2,501 pork rice bowl and omurice with a limit of 5,001 per day. In response to Yoo Jae-sok's question, "Haven't you heard that among the younger siblings, you are better at ordering?" Taeyang joked and laughed, saying, "I think I was a little better at the setting than GD, a little faster." Taeyang also talked about his past as YB Taekwondo before his stage name Taeyang. Taeyang said, "At that time, before the team was formed, the two of us, with GD, planned to come out as a duo. At that time, I rhymed with pseudonyms, and I was wondering what to do with G-Dragon and YB. I was also active for a while. I was young at the time, so I couldn't say, 'Please tell me your name.'" Eventually, Taeyang made his debut as a group BigBang under the stage name Taeyang, which he himself coined, and swept the music industry with Lie. When asked if anything had changed since Lie, such as 5,001 per day for meals, Taeyang said, "I stayed in an old shopping mall. There were mice and I was in a poor environment, but after this song came out, I moved to an apartment. As for meals, I could eat whatever I wanted from then on. It was like that when I went to eat Gwanjiang Bulgogi." When asked about flexing after success, Taeyang said, "Chrome Hearts is a brand I've liked since I was young. My favorite rock group and hip-hop musician always wore that accessory. I thought that if I succeed, I want to buy a lot of clothes from that brand. It's going well. I was going to Hawaii. I remember buying a hoodie because the store in Hawaii was particularly cheap." Taeyang also talked about having a 6-year hiatus since the album was released in 2017. He said, "That's it? Coincidentally, those 6 years are the same period as the 6 years of trainees. I think it was very difficult. It was very difficult. It could be. It may be difficult to do music anymore, I thought. It was very frustrating to be isolated in the military." He continued, "The only thing I could do to relieve the stuffiness was to run endlessly at the training ground during my personal maintenance time after work. One day, while I was running endlessly, a very beautiful sunset spread out in front of my eyes. After all, what Noel faces is not a new morning, but a recurring darkness. Still, Noel does her best in the role she can play in silence, coloring the world and welcoming the night. I also continue to face difficult times for me now. It seems like something is going to happen, but let's overcome this difficulty in the most beautiful way I can." If I do music as a singer again, I have to have the mindset of starting anew. Otherwise, I may not have another opportunity again. He expressed his gratitude to the fans, saying, "I am really grateful to the fans who kept waiting for me in the same place when I had that kind of heart and couldn't think of how to do music. I came to think that this might be the driving force to start again." Taeyang also confessed, "Since the process of releasing an album and preparing for the next one continues over and over again, I honestly feel that it has become natural for me to release an album and stand on stage at some point. Then," he said, "after going through such a time, it was absolutely not natural. I think I feel more strongly that making music like this, releasing an album and standing on stage is such a precious thing.